Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to United View. What's going on, people? I've got a very special guest with me as we preview Saturday's game, my team, Man United versus Newcastle United. I'm here, none other than with the broski, Jamal Lewis. What are you saying, bro? How you going? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I know you must be mad tired as well. Obviously, coming back off the international break as well. So big up for coming through. I know it's been a hectic schedule for yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Yeah, it's been a good little period for me, getting some games in my legs, some good results. Always nice to get some good results over the international break. So, yeah, just looking to build on that for myself personally, man.
100%. It's going to be a big year for you, bro. Big year. And you know what? I was super excited to do this because we don't often see this. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm a big Man United fan. You're obviously playing at Newcastle, and it's good. I think this is great to see like different perspectives as we lead into the game. Me as a fan, obviously as a United fan, I'm just on this Ronaldo thing. I'm just like,
Mm.
he's playing, he's ready. I don't want to see what you kind of think about that as well and how you're kind of preparing for the game. And obviously, there's Newcastle fans watching as well. So I want to see like, you know, what's on it from the Newcastle side, how you guys are preparing for the game. I know you've had a few injuries, big injury kind of last season as well. Talking about that, just the perspective from the pro side of it mixed with the fan side of it. I think that's important, man. So listen, but let's get straight into this game. Let's get into this game. Saturday, Old
Uh,
Trafford, 3 p.m. kickoff. You know what I mean? It's a big one. You played in both games last year, and they were tough. I mean, look, at St. James's Park, what happened? Luke Shaw scored an own goal straight away. Then you lot were kind of doing your thing. And then it wasn't
yeah,
until we made changes later on, then we obviously got the win there. But, you know, when you're about to play against United, you know, what's the sort of things that you're kind of thinking of and kind of, you know what I mean, taking in?
you have to be at your best, to take a result away. Obviously, you've seen the last maybe couple seasons, maybe a little bit last season as well. You've seen the United team sometimes blow a little bit hot and cold. Some weeks you'll watch them, they're almost unplayable, and then some weeks you'll be like, okay, you could probably get 3 points off them. So it's kind of almost like what team shows up for them is kind of gauges of what how you approach the game, But yeah, so it's always it's a top side. You see the names that are in that team. It's crazy. So like you said at St James's, I think it was 1-1, and just within 15 minutes of us playing poorly, poor game management, just goal. And that's the quality that United bring. It's like Rashford, Fernandez, Pogba. And obviously, I did keep adding onto it this year as well. So yes, they're a great team to watch as well as a neutral.
Yeah, 100%. I think in that game as well, when we played you at St. James's last year, we were in bad form then. I think that was just after the international break, wasn't it? And we just got smoked
Yeah, I think you're right.
by Spurs.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, I was saying, boy, Ollie needs to keep this tight because it's going to be difficult going to you boys. And we're off the back of a bad loss against Spurs.
Mm,
And it was like going 1-0 down so early. Then you guys was putting us under pressure. We got to 1-1. I mean, it was 1-1 for ages. It was 1-1 for ages. And then, like you said, there was
yeah.
a 15-minute spell. Donnie Van Der Beek came on as well. And it kind of just changed the game, innit? And it
Mm.
just went from there. But the prospect of playing at Old Trafford, the big man Ronaldo's back. Obviously, we spoke a little bit about it off air and stuff about, you know, him coming back. To know that you could potentially, if in the starting lineup, be playing against, let's just say, depending on who you speak to, the greatest player of all time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you could be on the pitch with CR7. What's that prospect like for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, it's a great asset to have in the Premier League. For him to go back to obviously Man U, where not where it all started, but where he kind of started
Mm.
to build his legacy. It's great to have someone like that in the Premier League. I'm sure there's going to be many players asking for his shirts week in week out.
Hey, I don't know. I might have to get that for me. You know, you might have to do.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been a crazy. Like you said, it's a debate on, obviously, like you just said, who's the kind of the greatest of all time or whatever it is. It's discretional, obviously, Ronaldo, Messi, whatever. But for them to both move in the same window, it's crazy. We'll probably look back at this in the future and just think what a crazy transfer window it was. But yeah, to have someone like that back in the Premier League, it just speaks volumes. And yeah, I'm sure he'll bring a lot of eyes to the Man U games.
You're gonna be scared of him, Jamal.
when you step on the pitch, bro, you can't have no fear, man. You can't have no fear. But of course,
Yeah, but it's
like,
different
you
though,
know,
bro. You might be scared.
of
You might
course,
think,
of
bro,
course,
he's tall, innit? He's tall,
no,
bro.
no, no, no. Of course, you have some players, you know, and I think I was
Yeah.
speaking. One of my my previous players that I'd played with in Norwich, he had actually played with him a couple of times, and he just said, you know, some players just have an aura about them, you know, their stature, how they hold themselves. And I'm sure he's the same, you know, if you're looking across the tunnel or on the pitch, the way he holds himself and just what he's done for the game of football, you have to give him respect. But obviously, when it comes to stepping on the pitch, there's no fear.
100%. And from a new, this ain't going to be just straight up Man United bias. Like, you guys know me very well. Obviously, yes, big Man United fan and heavily centered around United, but I'm not going to have Jamal here and not talk about Newcastle and their side of things. I feel like you guys have been unlucky, man. Like, you know, getting that West Ham game, especially leading twice, couldn't quite hold on. And just not quite getting over the line in periods because the goals are there. There's just not quite getting over the line. But as you guys go into this, I mean, you got threats of your own. You look at St. Maximum, scored against us last time at Old Trafford. Always a threat. Callum Wilson, when he's fit, firing. Obviously, you got Ryan Fraser to come in. Almiron always running his ass off, always giving it all. Shelby, obviously, in midfield, etc. You know, how are you guys looking at it? I know you've only not been back long, but so you probably... Actually, have you even met up with the squad yet?
What, in terms of coming back from international break?
Yeah.
I trained. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
you have.
I
Okay,
trained
okay.
today. Yeah.
So what's the feeling around, you know, not giving away the tactics, but what's the feeling around the camp of, you know, how you guys can approach this game and get something out of it?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I think it's going to be similar to last season. Obviously, we wasn't successful. But you gotta play United on the front foot, you know. Or whatever you do, if you are deciding to be on the front foot, you have to fully commit. If you are looking to soak up the pressure, you got to fully commit to that. And there's going to be spells where we have to do that in the game. We know this, you know. So we have to get most things right in the game, and we have to be clinical with the attacks that we have. Like you said, we've got quality within the team, and we need to use that and get them players on the ball as much as possible, and try punish Man U when they're possibly dominating possession. Old Trafford is going to be a great atmosphere. They're going to want to keep the ball, so there'll be spaces in behind, you know, and we'll be looking to utilize that. Everybody knows that we're a good counter-attacking team, so we've got a lot of legs, a lot of pace in our team that we can use. So yeah, just hopefully we can implement that on the weekend.
Another player that we've got, bro, to take it back to Man United, obviously Raphael Varane, won everything there is to win. I'm saying, for me, he was like, before Ronaldo come, he was like, I was riding out. I'm saying, I think he could be our signing of the summer. Like, I know we got Jadon Sancho, and we'll talk about that, because especially if you're at fullback and Sancho plays on that side, we'll talk about Greenwood, etc. later. But like, if like, I'm thinking of St. Maximin's pacing behind and stuff, but now Varane's there, I feel like we might be able to kind of not nullify that threat, because St. Maximin's so quick, and he's just, you play against him in training, like, he's so unbelievably unpredictable, fast. But I just feel like with Varane there, we've got like a real leader in there. I mean, as a defender yourself, how do you see like the likes of Varane and those types of players?
Yeah, like you said, it's all there in the history books. You know, he's won everything that needs to be won. He's a top player, another great asset to the Premier League, great asset for Man U as well. Yeah, and listen, everybody loves defenders that can run. So it allows managers to play a really high line, which is obviously the modern day game, playing a high line, squeezing the pitch, condensing the pitch. And because you know that your centre backs can cover that. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how the pairing of Varane and Maguire kind of blossoms throughout the season. But yeah, I think like you said, it's all about timing, you know, timing of your run, timing of your pass. So if you get that right, then it doesn't matter how quick the defender is. We can still use that to kind of to punish.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you. Roger McCormick says, great job last night for Northern Ireland. Was an awesome game. Also, sorry, Man United will win this game. So Roger, obviously, possibly a Man United fan, but probably a Northern Ireland fan as well. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That's big as well. I wanted to talk to you about the fullback situation, yeah? Obviously, you play in that position, left back, yeah. But obviously, we got Wan-Bissaka. And as a fullback, how much like of the role do you see as like defensive versus you need to be good with your feet, you need to have a great delivery, because it's like an argument that goes on like with Trent, with Reece James, with Walker. People say Wan-Bissaka's not quite good enough on the ball, but defensively he's unbelievable. You're a fullback, you play in the Premier League, you play against the best. How do you see that whole, like, the demands of being a fullback?
I feel like it's really geared towards obviously the team that you're playing in, you know. Like you said, Wan-Bissaka's amazing defensively, but also chipped in with a few goals and assists last season.
He scored against you lot last year. He never scores.
No, he did score against us last season. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, obviously Man U is a team that's going to dominate a lot of games, so maybe attacking fullbacks, what fans and neutrals might want to see more attacking fullbacks like Trent and Robbo's like the new trends, and that's fair enough. But also you got kind of almost the lost art of just locking off a winger, you know, which is if you can lock down a big threat in the team, that's a great asset. You see many times Wan-Bissaka and Raheem Sterling have great little duels against each other when they play against each other, you know, and Wan-Bissaka does really well. So yeah, I think really it depends on what team you're in. Obviously, me personally being at Norwich, it was very attack emphasis in the Championship, and obviously in the Premier League got punished a bit for that kind of style. But and on the contrast, Newcastle is probably a lot more defensive based, which is something that I'm adapting to and learning to, and really enjoying the kind of the contrast of difference, and trying to balance both parts of my game so I can just become be a fully fledged and thriving Premier League fullback.
100%, bro. All behind you to do that. Lil Yo-Yo says Jamal is class. I can see him going to the top. Big up Lil Yo-Yo coming through. Yeah, big love for Jamal. Luke Shaw, like, I don't know if you've seen the memes. I don't know if you see what's going on. Obviously, the whole Shawberto Carlos thing. It's that high. It's that high. But as a fellow left back, is he someone that he's elevated his game? He's playing at a great level now. Is he someone that you kind of look to at a level to be at, or to surpass in your own game?
Yeah, 100%. I think I look at a lot of great fullbacks, and I'm a fan of football, you know. So I watch a lot of games as a neutral, and you pick up things, you know. And especially in the last 2 years, you've seen him come on again in leaps and bounds. Obviously, I didn't watch him. I was probably a little not too young, but I didn't watch him too much at Southampton.
Yeah. Forget how young you are.
So he had a great season in the Premier League there to obviously get bought, and then obviously I kind of just saw the kind of the difficult stages he had at Man U a little bit, but to see him play now at the level he's playing at the Euros and from Man United, it's really impressive, man. He's a great driver of the ball, brings the ball up the pitch, combines really well with his winger. A lot of final third passes. So yeah, it's something that kind of I kind of base my game off in terms of wanting to bring my team up the pitch and creating chances while obviously him doing his job at the back. So yeah, it's a really joy. It's a big joy to kind of watch him play football.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing, man. I think he's had a lot of criticism at United.
Bro, one sec. Let me pause you. I need to get a charger.
God, this guy, you see what I mean? No charger. Do you know what I mean? Not organized. This is the life of a Premier League superstar, bro. This is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? It's fine, man. It's fine. Big up Patrick. Patrick says, my guy, Lowski on the channel. Bro, they're saying you look like Lowski, you know?
I don't know how to take that one.
Nah, that's a positive still, man. That's a positive. Big up Jack as well. He says, off topic, but Jamal is Jamal looking forward to his Carrow Road return? I'll ask him when he gets back as well. We'll talk about that. Big up to everyone in the chat. Shout out from South Africa. We got in the house as well. And we've got, who else have we got? We've got India in the house as well. Someone coming through. And we've also got America. Yeah, 100. And also, who we got in the chat here as well? See him there. Thank you, Flex. Big up, says Otis as well. You guys are welcome. This is the type of thing I want United View to be. Different views, different perspective, and what better perspective to get than fans, pundits, and obviously Premier League players, especially ones who are involved in games against our beloved Man United. You know what I'm saying? So this is sick.
Let's go.
Are you back? Yeah. Wait, it's moving, bro. What are you doing? Are you on some gimbal thing? It's moving by itself.
Bro, I've had to. Okay, one sec.
What is going on?
This is technical
This is
difficulties.
this is. You're
I'm on
supposed to have the super duper setup. What's going
I
on?
know.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. Only you. Only you.
I know. You know what it is? I've been using my iPad on international break quite a bit. So
Yeah. And you got the little cover thing that goes on, where it can flip out and then stay up.
yeah, bro, I've got that.
It's just slippy. It's bad slippy right now.
Yeah. Is that okay?
There you go. There you go. You're good. You're back. You're back in the game. You're back in the game.
Cool.
Jack says off topic, but is Jamal looking forward to his Carrow Road return? Obviously, Norwich is a fantastic club in your heart, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. I love Norwich. I spent 6 years there. I went there as a boy and I left a man. So it's a lovely city. My family love it. I love it. How they treated me. The sporting director Stuart Webber, Delia, the owner, Daniel Fark, the manager, the players, the staff. It's always gonna have. I'm always gonna have such fond memories and always gonna have a place in my heart. For what they've done for me as a man, as a footballer. It was nice to play them in pre-season. So yeah, I'll be hopefully looking for a start at Carrow Road. That'd be a great memory to have to play against some of my friends and my childhood friends.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of pressure on you there to deliver, bro. They're going to be on you. They're going to be on you.
Yeah.
I got to ask you this as well, though. This is one of the comments as well, which I was going to ask you about how it's been at Newcastle and stuff. Such a huge club, such a huge fan base. You know what I mean? Amazing fans. But there's always, there's a lot going on over at Newcastle as well. But a big club. But how have you found it, man? How have the fans been? How's the atmosphere been when you've been playing at St James's Park? How have you found it in general?
In terms of the atmosphere, it's amazing, man. I've missed the fans so much, and what the fans bring to St James's Park is amazing. Like so many football players and anyone that loves football that's been there can testify to that. It's just such a great place to play football, especially when you're performing well. Of course, listen, they'll let you know when you're not performing well, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
They're passionate, and as a footballer, you should be able to handle kind of that pressure. But in terms of, it was last year was kind of had some ups, I had some downs. Obviously, I didn't finish the season in the team, which is disappointing. Had kind of COVID. I had personally had COVID. Had an injury carrying through the season. So there was things that were going on.
How did you deal with that? How did you deal with that? Because people only see that he got the move from Norwich to Newcastle. Everything's rosy. They don't see these little trials and tribulations. How would you feel in at the time of these downs, and how did you deal with them?
It's tough. Obviously, not having with COVID happening, you can't really have my friends and family didn't really come up. So I'm living up here in a new city by myself. Can't really explore the city itself because everything's shut because of COVID. And just to add on in terms of just a new style of play, new city, new manager, new teammates, and it's all new for me, personally. So I've been at Norwich for how long now, and I was playing under a manager that had a very unique style under Daniel Fark, which is kind of possession-based football, and just kind of people that I've watched Norwich in the Premier League and Championship know kind of the style that we play, and I really thrived in that system. So moving to Newcastle and under a different kind of style and more defensive, more direct, and more ownership to kind of I don't know what the right word is in terms of Norwich. It's kind of like you play as what's the right word? I'm trying to not get the right
freedom.
word.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
With Norwich, it's like you play within the system,
Yeah.
But Newcastle's like you have to express yourself more and force things more as yourself on the pitch. That's what I noticed as well. So that's kind of what I want to do this season when I'm on the pitch. I'll kind of really want to. That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to say. Imprint myself on the game more. Instead of maybe passing sideways or trying to keep the ball. When I'm on the ball, I want to make things happen and create things happen and get people at the fans of St James's off their feet. Obviously you see the likes of Maxi doing that week in week out. Obviously,
how good is he?
He's great,
How
man.
good is he? Like, I know we see it as rival fans, but you train against him and stuff like that. How good is he?
He's top. He's top. He's really good. Some of the things I've seen him do in training, I've not seen ever. Like in terms of what he can do, how he can just go from 0 to 100, and like you said, sometimes I don't even know. I don't even think he knows what he's doing, but he probably does. But it doesn't look like it. But he's just so off the cuff sometimes. So some of the things he creates is just so special, man. He's a really special player, and he's a great guy as well. But yeah, he's obviously someone that I love playing with when he's on the wing. Obviously, he's playing a bit further forward at the moment, but yeah, if he does play in the wing, it's someone that I really enjoy playing with.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. He took the piss out of us. Like when this was before he was at Newcastle a couple of seasons ago. When he got there, he had like a Gucci bandana on, Gucci headband. He was twisting up players. I remember getting that, and obviously, at St James's Park, as a visiting fan, you got to go up about 90,000 stairs. I don't know if you could talk to anyone at Newcastle and say, "Come on, man, put the away fans like lower down. We're up in the gods, bro.
Yeah,
like it takes ages
You're in the clouds. You're in the clouds. You're in the clouds.
Clouds, nosebleed seats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just looking down, and I was like, "Who's this guy with the kind of dreads and like whatever bandana?" And then he was taking the piss out of us. And then I think you guys did win that game. And I remember after the game watching the highlights, I was like, has he got a Gucci band? What's going on here? And then he had to kind of switch it up. But you can see he always wants to express himself as well, innit? And do his thing. And he's always a handful for defenders, always.
Yeah. No, the way he plays, he just sucks in. You can't really defend him 1v1, so he kind of literally when he on his day, you can't defend him 1v1. So
I know someone who can. I know someone, Mr. Wan-Bissaka. I think he can.
You think?
Yeah, man. Wan-Bissaka's gonna have him, bro. Watch. I mean, not actually. Actually, let me rephrase that because actually he did score last time he was at Old Trafford. 1v1, I back Wan-Bissaka against anyone, innit? Remember when we was talking with Todd that time as well, and even Todd was like, "Yeah, it's tight playing left wing against."
But Todd and Maxi are two different players. Todd's really clever, picks up the pocket, picks up nice areas, but Maxi when Maxi
he's a beast.
Runs at you,
he's a beast.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
It's
well,
you've
played against Traore, innit? You've played against Adama before,
innit?
Yeah. Is it similar? Is it similar to that?
Different.
How fast is it different?
Yeah, it's different. Traore is just like you kind of know where he's going, but you can't. It's really hard to stop. With Maxi, you don't know where he's going because he might.
Yeah, it's a madness.
You might think he's going inside, throw a step over, go there, or he might be looking this direction. But because his sense of gravity is so good, he can go from there to there really quickly with the ball. And yeah, I think if you've seen the goal he set up for Cal against West Ham, where he's just
just come, stop, chop,
jinking,
chop.
Jinking.
Nuts.
It's so hard to defend, but we'll see. We'll see if he kind of drifts out to the left and Wan-Bissaka's there. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%. I want to see that. There's a question here from David Deheen as well. He says, "What's up, gentlemen? Honest answer. Who is the easiest winger you've gone up against?" I think that's a bit harsh. I don't know if you're going to answer that one.
No, we can't say that.
Yeah, we can't. We're not going to answer that one. We're not going to answer that one. And who is the hardest? I think you could maybe answer the hardest if you want. And if CR7 is in the game, don't touch him. Let him go.
Hardest so last season some good wingers or just in general. Obviously I played against top wingers, but in terms of sometimes when you're playing as a fullback or winger against a fullback, it's almost like boxing styles make fights, so there'll be a winger that maybe is more renowned and is a bigger name, but you might have the best of him or you might know his game a little bit more. So in terms of last season, a winger I played against was Neto. Neto was really good. He was sharp.
He's wicked. He's a good player.
I like his game a lot. So I'd say probably last season is probably Neto.
See, that's crazy. And again, this is why it's so wicked to get like a professional's view who's there week in, week out playing against the top, because obviously, you can say Son, you can say Mane, you can say Sterling, you can say, I don't know, Mo Salah, you can say Rashford, you can say Greenwood, but it's interesting you say like the high profile players, like their game, so you kind of know what to expect. But then someone like Neto, like you just said, just come to the league, done really well. That was actually who you feel was the hardest person to play against. That's why I love these type of conversations. That's sick. That's sick. Another player I got to talk about though, but bringing it back to Man United on the weekend, Mr. Starboy Mason Greenwood, bro. Like you've played against him before. He's 3-3. He's just won Player of the Month. I see him starting against you lot on Saturday. If he does start, I think he'll start on the right. And if you start, you will be on the left back. If I say to you, Jamal Lewis, you're starting Old Trafford, 75,000 on the weekend, Ronaldo's home return, but you got Mason Greenwood in front of you. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really good to see him playing well, you know. I think for some reason, even though I think sometimes people forget people's ages. I think obviously during last season, he went for a little patch of not scoring many goals, but you've seen him bounce back at the end of last season, and then he's carrying on his form to at the start of the season, and he's playing really well, which is good to see. He is obviously, you see the Man United players say it, and you can see it in the game as well. He's a top finisher. The kind of the short back lift, the kind of only needing a little angle, shooting in between the defender's legs. He's kind of got that almost that Harry Kane kind of feel to his shooting, and left foot and right foot.
How hard is that to defend against? Like, because Mason's like fronting you up, you know he's got a quick step over, could go left, he could go right.
Yeah, if you know someone's confident on shooting them with both feet, and then potentially also might look to shoot in between your legs, it's like, oh, what do I do? You kind of got to be really tight, really aggressive to avoid him even getting into them positions. But yeah, he's like I said, it's good to see him playing well and thriving in the role that he's been given at such a young age.
Yeah, for real. We spoke a little bit about Marcus Rashford the last time. Obviously, last time I spoke to you, you were still at Norwich. I haven't spoke to you since you've been with the people since you've been at Newcastle. But obviously, you played against Rashford a couple of times last season. You gave away the pen as well the last time as well. I remember thinking
way off it.
It was a pen. What do you mean you went over the ball? You was late.
This year is that a pen? All right then. Cool.
I think it is. No, I think it is. No. I think it will be. I remember watching that thinking, Jamal, you're not going to get away with this one. It's a pen. It's a pen.
Oh, I tickled his shin pad. I literally tickled his shin pad, and this is what I mean about football. Like, VAR is frustrating sometimes because, okay, cool. So he's dribbling at me. Obviously, yeah, I have touched his shin, but it's not enough for him to go down. He has gone down because obviously you know that the contact's coming. We've all played on. No one's made any appeals. 2 minutes later, checking for a pen. I'm like, surely not. But obviously I knew I touched his shin. But hopefully, I think this year that's not a pen. And yeah, I think hopefully the VAR decisions, the referee decisions are more consistent in terms of like knowing what kind of contact makes an actual footballer go over, if that makes sense. So
yeah, because they don't, when they're looking at it, it's like they're judging it wrong, innit? And I think that change that comes in is going to be proper.
Yeah, like of course, there's so many times where people are going to make contact in the box, but it depends on like if you know that contact is enough to go down. So it's almost a little bit of over scrutinizing. Just keep it simple. It's the same with the offsides. keep it simple. And us footballers won't complain, you know, because I think
I do feel it for you, like
there was obviously it wasn't a pen, but they were complaining about the you lot were complaining about it was Wolves. Sorry, was complaining about the Pogba's tackle on Neves.
Yeah. That tickled his shin pad. So yeah, you're right.
Well, it bent his shin pad.
What do you mean? It just turned it to the side, and then Neves goes to run off, and then he turns to Mike Dean and says, "Actually, do you mind giving me a foul? Get out of it." And then the week after, I think Bruno got barged off the ball by Stevenson or someone at Southampton. That's a foul.
That's a foul.
So they're really going through. Like even Ollie was like, "Bruh, we can't just go from football to rugby. Like we can't go from basketball rules to rugby."
It's tough.
Like,
you're seeing a lot of like, you know, the cheap ones where you kind of buy as a footballer, where you feel the contact and go over. You're seeing a lot of them not get given at the moment. So I think that's good though, because we just need consistency. As long as we get consistency, no one will complain. But like you said, that one on Fernandes against Southampton, probably every other time he's getting a foul. So that's why you complain, you know, because you're like, I would get a foul 10 minutes later in the game or 10 minutes before. So why are you not giving me a foul now? So
yeah, it's 100%. Again, to keep it mixed up, keep with the theme of the show. Like I said, it's not just going to be talking about United the whole time. Do you know what I mean? There's Newcastle fans who can take something from this. There's neutrals who can take something from this, and obviously us as United fans. This is a good question. I like this. Newcastle is not London or Manchester, but living here is pretty good. What do you think of the city and the expectations of the fans?
I love the expectations of the fans. I think obviously it comes with the club, you know. So I love it. It kind of marries the expectations I have for myself, what I want to do for Newcastle and my career. So for me, it goes hand in hand, and for many players in the dressing room as well. Yeah, and this year, obviously, I was very restricted in my first year with COVID. Like I like to go for food with my teammates, my friends, my family. Obviously, they couldn't come and visit. We couldn't go for food. I couldn't really go see anything. Everything's closed. So I'm starting to kind of get a feel for the place now, and I'm really loving it. You know, it's a great city, great people as well, really friendly. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, and yeah, hopefully I can just kind of keep growing with the city and the club, and that's the goal I want to achieve.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. Like even you, even me, as you was just saying that. Yeah, I just forget like the whole of last year or 18 months was like
right off.
lockdown, and you hadn't even been there that long. So you're only just starting to kind of learn that now. I mean, I've obviously gone out in Newcastle quite a few times. It's a wicked place. It's a great place. Great place. You know what I mean? When we come up to a thing, we have to link up for sure.
Yeah, that's the first thing everyone says is just night out.
But that's not you though, because you're in training next morning. You know what I mean?
Of course,
Only at the right times.
They do know how to party. They do know how to party here, but yeah, no, I'm not really the party guy.
Yeah, no, you're quite quiet. To be fair, you're quite quiet. Yeah. Back into Sunday. How if I when you look at the game and you're kind of looking forward to the game at Old Trafford, when amongst the squad, like when you guys discuss the game now, obviously fans are back. What's that like? Because I've spoken to a lot of ex-players and current players about, you know, when they go to United, and I spoke to some players from when we were winning stuff, and they were like, listen, when we were on the coach on the way up, it was like, if you can try and keep Ronaldo and Rooney quiet, Tevez quiet, at that time, you know, we'll try and keep it tight till half time. What is the kind of generic feeling like amongst the players on the bus when you're on your way up to Old Trafford?
We all know as a team, as a collective, it's going to be the Manchester show. You know, it's going to be the Ronaldo show if he comes on the pitch or whatever. There's just going to be a general amazing buzz around Manchester this weekend. Exactly. We know this. It's inevitable, you know. We got to do as much as we can to spoil it. By
I hate hearing you say that.
You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
We got to try to spoil it. We got to put a great first and foremost a shift in for our away traveling fans. And 100%. and get a result, you know, and kind of spoil the game and really put our imprint on it. So yeah, listen, like I said, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Me personally, I love feeding off any atmosphere there is, even if it's away fans. I just enjoy having fans in the stadium. I think it brings the game, the realness of football back. I love feeding off it. It gives me an extra 10-20%. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Old Trafford full on the weekend.
Listen, yeah, I've even contemplated it, which is quite bad. If you lot mess this up, yeah, so I can't watch match of the day, I can't be doing interviews after the game with the fans, we're all buzzing. If you gate crash this part, and listen, especially if you start the game, where I sit, like halfway line, Sir Alex Ferguson stand. So when you're kicking into the east stand, you're left back. I'm there, row 6, innit? I'm on you. Like I'm gonna let you. You're gonna hear me. Don't expect to get the ball back.
Me grief.
I say, Jamal, you're shit. I'm doing the property. I say you shouldn't be in the Prem. Go on, I'm doing the thing on you for 90 minutes. I swear that the ball comes. Cool. I'm not throwing it back to you so you can take the throw in. I'm saying get in the crowd and get it yourself. I'm doing the proper thing. Don't even think about it. But it's true though. There are two sides to this, and I think obviously us United fans, we're so excited. We're so excited that Ronaldo's coming back. It is the Ronaldo show. Is he going to start? You know what I mean? Paul Pogba's there. Jadon Sancho, bro. I mean, how do you see his move to United, and what sort of players do you think he is?
Yeah, he's a top player. He's proven at a top level as well, obviously in the Champions League. It's always great to kind of see young players kind of go abroad and just naturally, because there's been a lot of press around him, you kind of keep track on games. Dortmund are a great team to watch anyway, in the Champions League and in the Bundesliga. So yeah, I've watched quite a few of their games, and yeah, he puts on a show, man. So it'd be great to when he finds his feet at Man U. So listen, the Bundesliga and the Premier League is different.
Mad different, isn't it? Mad different.
It's different. So once he finds his feet, I'm sure he'll be putting on a similar show for the Man U fans as he did for the Dortmund fans. So yeah, he's a really good talent, and he just brings. I like watching players that bring the fun back to the game, just like Maxi and Sancho and the kind of players that play with freedom and take on players and create chances for their team. It's really good to watch.
100%. G421 says flex on the front page next week for verbally abusing Jamal Lewis. Yeah, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I know it's a bit of a weird question because you obviously spoke about like it's not a fear thing, but when you are about to play us, I know we've got so many threats, but for you personally, who's the one player where you're just like, oh, if he's on it, it's long, like it's a bit tight. Because I know you back yourself in it, so it's not a defeatist thing. Because I know you're ready for any challenge. But who pops into your head out of everyone to say it's tight?
It's tough. Obviously, as a defender, I'm thinking all of your attackers. So it's like, you know everywhere. What I mean. Obviously, I really like how Pogba plays. I watched him quite a bit in the Euros, and I thought he played really well for France. And yeah, he seems to be taking that the confidence and. What's the word I'm looking for? His form into the Man U games as well. So, like you said, on opening day was it 4 assists, which is unbelievable. Mad. His range of passing, you know, when you have a player like that, obviously with me as well as a fullback or wing back, when you know your centre mid has that kind of range of passing, you just as soon as they get the ball in the half turn, you just head down and run. You know what I mean?
Because that ball's like zinging.
They're gonna find
30
you.
yards.
Yeah, they're gonna
to
find
say
you.
Mason's feet, Diags, whatever.
Yeah. So if we give him too much time on the ball, that could give us a real problem. So then also you got Fernandes, who kind of just roams everywhere, finds his pockets, almost sometimes just stays out the game because he knows the ball's gonna come to him, and he's also a lethal finisher. So
from your point of view, on Bruno, on your point of view, because there's not loads, but there is like this kind of thing that like, oh, it's just penalties, it's just free kicks. Weird. You know when you hear
that's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Like you spent time on the pitch of him, and that I ain't gonna lie, sorry to bring it up, but that goal he scored against you lot, when Rashford was running, then he went on the overlap and he put in the top corner. He can finish, innit? But how do you see him?
I don't really understand that criticism. Obviously, he scores penalties, and because he's on penalties, that makes sense. But what he's done, or the transfer for Man United, that him on there I think it was almost like an instant switch, and it changed. It seemed like it changed the mentality. Whatever obviously I don't know him personally, but he just seemed like he gave a big missing piece of what Manchester United needed. And he's a great player. Like I said, sometimes he's a player that stays out of the game. So I can understand why some spectators might be like, oh, he's not had a great game this game or whatever, but he crops up with goals and he crops up with assists, which at the end of the day wins you games. So
yeah, 100%. Your camera's just gone up a little bit too high. Just come back to the middle. It's like near your neck. It's like nearly cutting you off. There you go. Get in the middle of your box. There you go.
Technical difficulty.
In it, this guy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I do see that happen a lot, and it's like, I don't know, like it's hard because us as fans always think we know something, and we do watch a lot of football, but always on the pitch it's a whole different ballgame. It's so interesting to see what the rival players think on your side of the situation, especially you play against these players. Do you know what I mean? Week in, week out, not just Man United, but other top draw players and other Premier League players. Do you know what I mean? I do see that. So, okay, it's near the end of the show. I know it's a bit of a weird one, but can you give me a prediction?
I'm going. We're spoiling the show.
Yeah.
1-0.
No, you're taking a pick. You see what I mean? This is the bit where at most, you're supposed to say a draw at most. But you know what? There's Newcastle fans watching this. You got a whole fan base there. You got to believe you can win. Go roll true, roll true.
I have to back my squad, man. I have to back my
100%.
team. So yeah, we're going 1-0, spoiling the show. Hopefully, yeah, that's what I'm going for, man. I'm going for flex in the stand.
If you did, I'll get a lifetime ban. If you did that to me, I'll jump over. I'll jump over. Let me tell you this, Jamal. Now you've said that, yeah, we're gonna smoke you. I can feel it. I could just feel the. Do you know what?
So what's your prediction? What's your prediction?
My prediction is comfy 3-0, bro. Comfortable,
okay.
Like bare prep. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe you shouldn't start. Because you know what, Mason's bro. Jamal, yeah, you don't know what mood Mason Greenwood's in, bro. He's in a mood. He didn't go England.
I watch football, bro. I watch football. What do you mean?
True. You do know. So that's long for you. Then you got on that side, you're gonna have Wan-Bissaka obviously just doing this mad Spider-Man, long legs, all of the stuff. Like he's doing the thing. Then Ronaldo's playing. No, we can't lose.
Well, you know he's playing. You know he's playing, yeah.
Well, I ain't spoke to Ollie. I ain't got that kind of clout. I don't know. But I'm saying Ronaldo was doing a video today and he was like, yeah, I'm ready, try to put pressure on Ollie in the starting 11. He's saying the thing. I can't see how Ollie does not start Ronaldo in this game, innit? I can't see it. But boy, if he does start, which I think he is, I'm like, oof, it's tight. Jamal Bill Ingram says Jamal predicted a Newcastle win is good. It will only help CR7 to come up with a hat trick. I don't think Ronaldo's watching this, Bill. But if he is, then he's gonna say that Jamal Lewis.
He'll see it.
And he's gonna tell you in the tunnel, bro. In the warm up, when you're walking out for the warm up, he's gonna be, I heard you. I heard you. I got something for you. One more thing I want to ask you about, actually, just from an outsider looking in, is this Donnie Van Der Beek situation about how he hasn't really played. He came on against you guys, and I thought he was really good against at St James's Park and kind of changed the game for us, I think. Midfield wise, what was the midfield that you would like not want to play against? Would he be in it for you, or can you see why he's not playing? Is it a bit of a mystery to you? How do you see him?
Yeah, I think he's a man, you're stacked with great players, Obviously, I watched the Ajax team. They had a great run in the Champions League, dominated their domestic league as well. Him, De Jong, De Ligt, just a core of just great Ajax kind of academy graduates. Yeah, proper players.
Ziyech as well was in there. Tadic,
balling out. Course. Obviously, you see, I think I got a couple clips on Instagram of him. Relaying obviously his frustrations a little bit, which is natural. That's good. You want to see a player frustrated that they're not playing. You don't want to see them comfortable or at ease with kind of not playing. It's the same situation with me. I want to be playing week in, week out. This is what I get paid for. This is what my love is, and you kind of want to do that. So obviously, hopefully, I can say maybe he'll bide his time and he'll get his opportunity again. But Manchester United is a different beast. You've got players like Pogba, Fernandes in front of you, and they're hard to dislodge out of the team, even if they do have a bad performance. But I think the advantage obviously is he'll maybe get his opportunities during a lot of cup games or Champions League games or whatever, against maybe slightly lesser opposition, and he just has to kind of obviously take his opportunity there. But that's for any squad player, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in the team. You just gotta, when you do get that opportunity, I think I've seen him say it. You just gotta be ready for it and grab it. Both.
Exactly. And Fred's the Brazilian FA done a madness where the players can't play.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So yeah. Have you got any Brazilians at Newcastle?
Not any that went away.
Not any that went away.
Obviously, yeah.
So yeah, he can't play. So there's a chance Donnie Van Der Beek can play, but I bet you he don't. I bet you he goes with Pogba and Matic. I could just see it now. Donnie just can't get a game, bro. I don't understand it. Swell says can't wait to see Flex talking trash to Jamal at Old Trafford. yeah, you'll see it. But listen, hey Jay, thanks for coming through, man. This is what it's about. This is what I want to do. Thanks for coming supporting the team. Proper appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? All the fans them have been enjoying it. I can't say good luck, innit? I can't.
You can.
On Saturday.
You can.
I can't. Why?
You
I
can.
don't want you to have good. I want you to have bad luck. I want you to go in for one of them mad tackles, going to
No.
give away another pen and let Ronaldo take it. I don't want you to. I want you to have.
That's bad mind. That's bad mind.
All right,
I know you mean it. I know you mean it as well. That's the thing.
All right. Let me rephrase it. I want you to give away a penalty that actually is a pen. Then is that better?
Wow.
What do you mean?
You know what it is? You're putting this energy on me. No, back to you, bro.
Actually, yeah, okay, not you. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Charles or someone else. I don't know. But I need us to win this game, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'll message you afterwards and stuff like that and say, go again next week. I'm behind you after that. But bro, it's tight. Oh, mate. Santiago says, is there a player you're most motivated to play against? Just really quickly, is there a player that you really think
motivated?
Yes.
Yeah, Ronaldo has to be up there. Obviously, he plays down the middle, but maybe he might drift out to the right. So yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, he's one of the all-time greats. So to play against that kind of player and have that on your resume is obviously it'd be a great thing to have.
Big up. Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of the show. Hope you guys have enjoyed the preview. Where I can, I'm going to try and do this sort of thing as much as possible with players from other clubs. I think it's sick. I think it's dope. Jamal's prediction, if you're just joining us, is 1-0 to Newcastle. He's trying to spoil our celebrations. He's trying to spoil our moment. It's not happening. I've told him that it's not happening. I've gone with 3-0 Man United. And yeah, hopefully you start, man. It'll be a great spectacle. I'll be there in full voice, depending on what's going on in it. We are out of here, guys. Jamal, I'll speak to you in 1 sec. And yeah, peace. Laters.